Dude, I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. Yes. It's working like a champ. Baby, come look at this. What is up, guys, and thanks for tuning in to Vitamin D TV. I'm Vitamin D, and today we got a big surprise for you guys. So I don't know how to reveal this thing to you, so I'm just gonna get right into it. I was gonna kind of tease you guys a little bit, but there's no need for all that, right? So I want to show you guys our brand new, or actually new to me, boat. So if you guys have been on the channel for a while, you've seen me go through a few boats, buying them outright, wheeling and dealing, and today we have yet another boat that we are going to be working on and fishing out of here on the channel with you guys. And so without further ado, let's just get right into it and show you guys this boat. All right, guys, so here she is, a 93 Cape Horn 16. So this boat has been kind of out of the water for at least 5 years, and these Cape Horns are pretty stout boats, but as you can see, it's got some little doodads and things going on with it from the guy who owned it before me. But I think I'm the third owner of this boat, and yeah, it needs a little bit of work, but I am excited to get into it with you guys and show you guys the process and the journey of this boat and what its future life is going to look like. So as you guys can see, it's got a 70 horsepower 4-stroke Suzuki on there. Kind of looks like it's been sitting in salt water just a little bit. Not sure of how many hours is on it, but one thing I do know about this motor is that the tilt and trim is out. So that's the first downfall that we have going on with the boat, at least the motor. The hull is solid. These boats are fully fiberglass, so they're fiberglass throughout. And if you know anything about Cape Horns, or this will be a learning moment for you, Cape Horns, you cannot sink them, right? So they're kind of an indestructible boat. So the guy who fabricated this boat, or came up with the design of it, his name is Chris Fabro, right? As you can see, Fabro Marine Group, the founder of Cape Horn. He designed these boats to be legit fishing boats, straight to the point, just all around bad to the bone boats that you're just gonna go out and fish on them. There's no gimmicks. It's just what it is, right? So you can see it's just a pretty straightforward boat. Got some rod holders here, got rod holders here, and up front more sets of rod holders. So the guy I got it from, he did a lot of fishing out of Grayton Beach, which is further east from here. I am in Gulf Breeze, Florida, and Grayton Beach is probably about an hour and 20 minutes away from here. Super nice area. And as you can see, we got two nice fish finders up top here. So I'll climb on in and show you guys. We got two nice fish finders. This is a Humminbird 899 CI. This has got side imaging, I do know. Kind of looked that up last night. And then we got this Lowrance LCX 15 MT. I think this is a chart plotter as well as like a bottom finder, and it's got some really good numbers in there out of Grayton Beach, where this guy lived and fished out of, over by Seaside. Super nice area, and cool little community over there. But the guy, he made sure he was on his P's and Q's when it came to having what he needed whenever he launched off of the beach. So Grayton Beach is an area where you can drive your vehicles on the beach, fish off the beach, launch your boat from the beach, if you have the capabilities of doing so. And this guy had the capabilities of doing so. So old Al, he got his radio hooked up right here. He's got the big antenna to be able to reach people if he was in distress. And also what he did, check this out, he's got this 2x4 mounted right here, and it is sturdy. He had a 2 horsepower Tohatsu engine hooked up right here, and you can see I broke the brackets off trying to pull that motor off last night. I don't think he ever had to use it, but it was just an emergency motor that he had for this boat that he took along with him offshore in case he ever got into any trouble and needed to mount that 2 horsepower motor to the back of this boat. Check this out. So this is like a mounting bracket for another motor if he needed to use it in order to get back. Now 2 horsepower isn't a lot, but in an emergency situation, if you can have a second engine, which is why a lot of those larger boats you see going offshore, they have twin engines. In case one engine fails, they have another one to rely on to get back. But this guy had the same concept, and he used that 2 horsepower motor to mount here just in case of emergencies. Super smart to do that, because he's launching a very small boat off into the big Gulf of Mexico, which is that way. But let's show you guys a little bit more around the boat and what it consists of, what it came with. So that Tohatsu looked brand new. I don't think he put any hours on it really, but we'll be checking that guy out later. So you got a hatch here. It's got a nice anchor in there, plenty of rope and chain hooked to the anchor, and so that's a nice little compartment there. We could store stuff in there. We got a few more compartments. I think this is the fish finder. I'm sorry, I think this is the live well. Yeah, so this is going to be the live well. A little bit of sand in there and leaves and whatnot, but it's got a nice little pump in there. We got the dog ears right here for running the engine. The engine does run. Let's see what this compartment is. I think this is just storage. Yeah, so it looks like he's got some jugs there. Just some jugs that he was probably doing some type of bush hooking or jug fishing with, which is a pretty cool way to fish. But yeah, so you got your water separator here. You got your bulb. I think she might need a new bulb to push fuel into the engine before you start it off. And the engine does look good inside. We got our extinguisher here, and this extinguisher is pretty much on empty. Could still work in case of an emergency. But yeah, you got everything you need here. You got your radio. Not sure if that works, haven't checked it. Got our power switch, right? So we can go from off to 1 battery to 2 batteries, or to both batteries all. And it does hold the charge, fires that engine off very easily. And let's show you guys the compartment, right? Carry on with the tour. You just lift this front seat up, and then there you have your 2 batteries. Got your 2 batteries and all your wiring. The wiring doesn't look terrible. It's not as neat as some of the newer boats. He's got some fuses right there, as you can see. And you also have your fuel tank right here. Not a very big tank. We could upgrade it, but for now we're just going to rock with it, and hopefully it will do its job. And yeah, that's pretty much it under the hatch there, under the center console. I kind of like the design of this boat. Very simplistic and straight to the point, which is kind of how I am, you know, just straight to the point. So not too much more to show you guys. The only thing we're gonna do today is kind of put the boat in the water. I'm not gonna run it off with the dog ears. We're gonna take the boat to boat launch not far from here. It's a bit windy, so we're not gonna be pushing off into the water any. We're just gonna get this guy running, see if we can get it to idle, see if it's gonna pee. Make sure that water pump slash impeller is still good. My main focus today is to see what this boat needs, what we're gonna have to put into it to be able to go out and fish out of it, right? So this is gonna be an inshore, maybe a little offshore if we get a little ballsy, pardon my language, but we will be fishing out of this guy. We will be camping out of this guy, and we're going to be using it for just about everything. So super excited to have it, and I'm glad you guys get to witness and come along the way. Another journey of boats from old Vitamin D. So I will go ahead and let you guys know that the Sea Fox, the last boat that we had, was a 21-foot 2005 Sea Fox center console, and it had a 150 Suzuki on it that just gave us all kinds of problems. So that Suzuki, I think it had a blown head gasket or power head, and it just, you know, all the tinkering in the world, I never got it to run right. It would run right, but the oil in it kept getting milky. So I went ahead and let it go. Got what I felt was fair out of the boat, passed it on to another young gentleman, and I think he's gonna tinker with it. And I don't know if he's gonna repower it or what he's gonna do with it, but that's up to him. My focus is this old gal right here, which is this 16-foot Cape Horn, right? So tires a little low there. We had some trouble yesterday on the way home, that hour and something drive. That wheel almost came off of the axle, and so I had to pull over, check my wheels, and sure enough, I'll show you guys the picture now. Those lug nuts were like a few threads from coming off, and we would have been in the middle of Highway 98 with a lot of traffic with no wheel, right? So this wheel held up. The only thing about these tires is that they've been flat for so long that they're out of round. So we do need new tires for the trailer. Other than that, I think the trailer is pretty solid. We will be upgrading this guy, putting a new winch on there to pull the boat onto when we're loading and unloading. Yeah, I mean, you can see these are the permits that this guy had whenever he would launch off of the beach. So in order to drive your vehicle on the beach, you do have to have a county permit, and he had every single permit for every year. And you can see the last time he launched or put his boat on the beach was 2020. So he always made sure he was up to date and current on everything he did. And here you see April 20th out of Georgia. We're gonna have to get this guy registered in Florida, and this will be our new fishing boat. Woo, I'm excited about the journey. I hope you guys are too. Let's take this boat to the boat launch, drop it in, and see if she will idle, see if she'll rev out, and we'll do some tinkering with it. Let's go. All right, guys, I'm not sure if I'm gonna just dip the trailer in. I don't think there's going to be a lot of boat traffic today. It is a Sunday, and the weather's kind of nasty. As you can see, it's white capping out there really hard, and the wind's blowing pretty good as well. So not the best conditions for boating today. So what I'm going to do is maybe just dip her in. I might pull her off the trailer, but I know this launch is really shallow right here. It's super stained today, and you can't really tell how deep it is, but I do know it is shallow. I may pull it off the trailer just to be able to inspect the trailer as well. And just to add to it, we are going to need to get some fenders for this trailer, because in Florida you do have to have fenders over your wheels whenever you have a trailer. So yeah, I think we might just drop her in. So let me do all that. So we'll roll with this for now. The boat engine is in the water, so we'll just stay right here until somebody pulls up, and then we have to move because they're actually going to launch. So those batteries are charged. Let me apologize for the wind while we're ahead. It is a super windy day, and yeah, so motor's in. A little bit of water coming in and out of here, but these boats are unsinkable. I'm gonna pump that primer just a couple of times. So I just want to see this guy pee. That's really all I want to see. Key is in it. Power it on. Go to one battery for now, and turn her straight. Steering works well, always a plus. We'll go ahead and fire it up. Actually, let's prime it once more. There we go. We're in neutral. Let's go. Fired right up. Fired right up. And there it is. It's peeing way out that way. Looks like it may be clogged a little, but it is peeing way out to the side, and that's why I wanted to come and check this guy out. Let me see. Okay, maybe it's clogged. Maybe he put that in there. Ah, there we go. Maybe he put that in there to stop bugs from getting into it. Peeing nice. I hate to keep saying peeing, but that's just what it's called. It's not a strong stream, but it is doing its thing. I wonder if that needs to stay in there. I think that may need to stay in there, honestly. The engine's running really good. I'm gonna just let it run for a little bit. I'm actually shocked. Fired up first try, and we got a nice stream. That's 70 horsepower. So I did fire it up before I bought the boat, made sure that it ran. Now I just need to make sure that it's gonna idle and maybe even take some thrust. So far so good. Just let her run for a little bit. Let's get some of this stuff out of here. So these boats don't have a bilge. Sometimes they can be a bit wet on the inside, but if you got nice extra tubs or hucks or some type of waterproof shoes, then you won't have a problem with that, and I don't have a problem with it either. But she's been idling for a little bit, still peeing nice. I think we're gonna try and give her some revs. I think yesterday it had a problem revving out, so let's see what she'll do. We'll push this button in on the side right here that's still in neutral, and then rotate it upwards to go forward, give it some thrust, kind of ease into it. So I'm still in neutral, and that engine is super quiet. Right now it's taking that throttle well. That's probably about 3,000 RPMs. Still in neutral, just giving it some revs. Get that engine to kind of break in a little bit from sitting for so long. I'm sure it hasn't been in the water at all for a long time, so it's good to just kind of take things easy and ease into it. Okay, gave it a little throttle. I don't think it'll fully rev out while it's in neutral, but let's kick it back down to idle. Everything seems good. Maybe I should try and put it in gear. Okay, that's in gear. Okay, we got forward motion. You can see it pushing that water right there. That's idle speed, kind of like no wake zone speed. Pushing water really nice, so that prop is going. We got forward thrust. Let's go back to neutral. Now we'll kick it down to reverse. Went into reverse nice and easy. I'm sure it's pulling. I can see some weeds and stuff churning up. All right, we got forward and reverse, no problem. So the gearbox is good, the lower unit seems good. We're kicking up some mud here. Prop is doing its thing. Idle is doing its thing. Ooh, she may have got clogged up. Not peeing anymore. Okay, so it stopped peeing. I think I may have sucked in some of the mud and silt. We don't want to do that. So, impeller, some fenders, new tires. What else? What else? All of our safety gear. We're probably going to put a new bulb on there. Definitely a new bulb, new water separator. We're going to remove that mount. We won't be riding with a 2 horsepower in the boat. Even though it's a good backup to have, what I want to do is get this motor good enough to where we don't have to worry about it, right? Also a new tilt and trim, so. Oh, and it finally comes undone. Wow. How about that? Okay, the down doesn't work still, but we got the motor up. How about that? How about that? Maybe we'll get it unjammed to go down. Yesterday we fought with this thing for I don't know how long to try and get this engine to come on up. We had to ride all the way back from Grayton Beach to Gulf Breeze with the engine stuck. Yeah, so up works nice. At least we got enough room to get to this motor and see if we can make it go down or pull it off if we need to. So, awesome. There's no telling. Oh, it wants to go. I heard it trying. Listen to that. I wonder if it's the shaft. There it is. Oh, I got it. Holy crap. Check that out. I think we just fixed the tilt and trim. Look at that. Yes! 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 That's 300 bucks, bro. I just saved myself 300 bucks. Yes! I'm so excited. You guys don't know, man, like every small win is a win. It's worth celebrating. Look at this. Look at this. Yes! Dude, I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. Yes! It's working like a champ. Baby, come look at this. It's working. I just got it unjammed, tinkering with it, tapping on it. Check this out.
I could hear it and I was like, he fixed it.
Look. Like, it's working so good.
Yeah.
This is insane. So this allows me to drop that motor in, get on plane, and be able to haul boogie. And also allows me to raise it up to where we can actually tow this guy back and not have to worry about breaking off this lower fin on the lower unit. So comes all the way up, all the way down, no problem. Yeah, yesterday we probably got it to move an inch and a half, and I guess I got it wet a little bit, tinkered with it, tapped down that switch a few times, and I got the engine to come up a little bit, messed with it some more, got it to come up a little more, then decided to try and make it go down. So look at there, look at there. Incredible. Sorry about the wind. We're gonna take this guy back, maybe hook it up to the water, see if we can get the dog ears on there, see if we can get it to P again. Maybe it's clogged up. Maybe there's something jamming up some of these ports. That port right there looks completely clogged. So that could be part of the problem. We'll just tinker with it, get it back to the house, tinker with it some more, unclog some of these ports, and see if we can't make this thing do what it needs to do. Let's go.